feel the wind in my hair. Well, now I can feel the wind in my hair. Woo! You know what? I don't want to go home quite yet. I'm going to go take the scenic route. I know the park ranger said that's completely off limits since it's completely overgrown. I'll probably go lost. But whatever. Let's go. For 2 or 3 hours and still haven't come back to the main trail. I think we're lost. And we're not alone. That's a bear's head. What time is it on? Don't worry. I am always prepared. I've been reading my park ranger guide to see, and I know I brought my compass. I put it right in this bag. Yeah, we're screwed. So yeah, in a survival situation, if you're a hiker, that might be what happens. You see a bear print, you freak, especially if you forgot to bring a compass. So basically, the next step would be find shelter, find food, find search and rescue. But the next steps would be to try to survive if you are stuck in the middle of the woods. So from now on, I'm going to transform from that little bit airheaded camper and become Survivor Man Extreme. I must go. So I'm heading and looking for shelter right now. The first job is to look around, see if there's any obvious shelter. In this back area of woods, we have 16 acres. Plenty of woods back here. And then that's another like 20, 50 acres back that way. So there's obvious shelter here, but I think my shelter is going to be right there because it's literally almost ready-made. So that's our first priority, to get to that shelter. It's a pretty good shelter right here. I'm going to use it. I have to admit, we fixed it up earlier, a few minutes ago. I didn't really want to film it, but I basically patched the whole outside with good leaves and bracken and brush and etc. So this is our temporary camp, keeps out the wind. So I'm going to get in here. Alright, so now that we're in a shelter, my next priority is to figure out how to get food, and you already have shelter. Our first job is to get a fire started and get some food. And so I have this can that I made with just a old bean can, and it has a bunch of holes punctured in it, and it has tinfoil lid. So I found a good spot to make a fire. First job is with this camp stove. It's super nice. You can make it in all weathers. I have a cooking pan, and I'm going to basically just quick use the back of this saw, clear out a bunch of area, find a good flat space, dig it out just a little bit to keep that can nice and straight. Get the can put right here. Hopefully this can will work. It's my first time using it. In theory it will work because it's in a book and it shows it working, but first thing you need to do is I'm going to go collect wood, and Joey, can you get the fire started?
It rained just yesterday, but all the leaves have dried out.
Show them how to get a fire started with ferrocerium.
Ferrocerium.
Josiah, my bro, will teach you.
But very good fire starter with ferrocerium rods. They take a while to light leaves with and small tinder, but toilet paper actually works really well for starting it. It's a bit strange, but it actually works better than most other materials. So right here I have a ferrocerium rod. Pretty small because I like everything smaller, but try to get this lit. Sometimes it still takes a while, but got that part just about. Okay, I take it back. This is not working as well as I thought it would. Oh, there we go. Stick it in. Some nice dry twigs to fuel it.
We got to start the fire before you actually cook. So. I'm about to go forage some food to cook on that fire. I gotta get out of my pack something to defend myself since we saw that bear print. I did that for the front of the video. I just made that. But I'm just gonna quick grab some different food, different items to collect. We only have one bottle of water, so we're gonna have to conserve this well. And I don't want to filter water because the only stream on our property. I mean, if I was desperate, I would filter it, but it's so disgusting. It has like oil spills in it. But I'm going to quick bring my knife and let's get going. All right, so our first job is to find some kind of food. Food is not easy to come by in February, in the dead of winter, but luckily we're in the Appalachians. Shouldn't get too cold, so I should be able to find something without too much trouble. Right here we have wild strawberries, and the leaves are, well, not that amazing. They don't even taste very good. They're technically edible, so I'll take it. First food of the day. Let's go find some more. Sorry, you know that channel, that series, Edwardian Farm, Victorian Farm, all those on BBC. You might not know, but I'm talking like it again. Oh, I'm so stupid. I'm not British at all, but for some reason, every time I get on video, I start talking like it because we were making a fake Edwardian Farm kind of thing and they're all British, so I was trying to talk like that. Now every time I start talking, it sounds like that. Alright, I don't quite know exactly what type. I think these might be, oh crap. I'm pretty sure these are baby ivy, which if so, then they're not edible, but put in the comments below what you think those are. I'm pretty sure those are baby ivy, because there's some big adult ivy growing, so that's just, I just wanted to know if that's possible, but it's ivy, so. Guys, there's 2 lizards right there. Like, and that's one. But I don't think I'm going to eat these because I don't fancy any lizard right now. So I'm just going to let them go farther away. I'm grabbing them by the base. Alright. Time for me to cook these strawberry leaves by frying them in a little bit of butter. Here, I'm in your way. Anyway, I'm going to put that lid on the stove. Goodness gracious, that's super hot. Get that lid on the stove. Put the pot on the stove too. And that's not the best, most strong, sturdy thing, so I'm gonna get a stick under the bottom to hold it more sturdy. There we go. I'm gonna blow on the bottom to get it. Blow on the bottom. Get that going. Well, now it really is truly solo survival because my brother left because his stomach hurts. I mean, really. I just heard some coyotes. It's not good, but I have food cooking behind me. Where did it go? Yeah, right there. Hopefully, I'll last the night. Right now it's about 3, so I have a few hours of daylight before I have to finish that shelter and make it so that I can actually sleep in it. So. Alright, so now that I've eaten, I've gotten my food going. I haven't eaten it yet, but tonight I need to get working on my shelter, which is not currently suitable to sleep in or live in, and it's going to get down to 28 tonight, so I'm going to have to get a good, very, very warm shelter if I want to survive the night. Reminder. Everybody put in the comments, shut up and stop talking British! Or I'll be very mad. Anyways, I'm going to do a time lapse of me working on a beautiful, beautiful shed. I'm doing it again. I'm such a... Okay, so now I got a little bit of work done on that shelter. It looks a lot nicer. I'm a little bit more confident it'll hold in heat better. I actually took a lot of pieces off the front because a smaller shelter is better for conserving heat. And now I get to eat some food. Frankly, the actual greens. Don't look good, but they surprisingly taste pretty much fine. So now I'm done, and I have a little bit of butter left over in the pan that hardened because frankly I didn't cook, so I gotta save that. So I'm gonna put it back with the main butter, not with the main butter because that might go bad. But yeah, so I'm gonna get back to work on the house. All right, things are starting to get actual serious, even though I'm not even that far away from the house. I can hear a really big pack of coyotes. Sounds like they're coming my way, so I need to work on making a wall to try to mainly protect some of the outside, make it a little bit harder for animals to get in, and animal-proof that shelter. I need to do it quick. I also need to get rid of all the butter and stuff, like put it away, or they'll smell it and they'll want to come eat, so. Alright, so what I've done here, right here, sorry about this. Alright, what I've done here is I made a quick toggle. Toggles are useful in survival. Check out some of my videos I have. So toggles are very useful for hanging food. I don't want any dogs to get attracted to my cooking pan, so I'm going to use a toggle to hang it high where no animals can get it. So after cutting myself to pieces with holly, finally got it. I used holly to make the outside of the perimeter, and I would not want to be a coyote or an animal trying to get in. Well, but since I'd like to keep myself safe, and I got food, got a shelter, got pretty much everything, I'm going to quick make more, what do you call it, optional thing. But I'm going to attach this hiking stick I brought to this dagger and make a little spear for self-defense. I have plenty of stuff to do it, but alright, it's done, and now I don't have to worry quite so much about animals, which animals are a problem, because on our trail cameras, I have a bunch of pictures of a very large pack of dogs coming through this area. This right here is pretty well thatched, except right behind me, for some reason it's not very good, but it's pretty good, and I may have cheated and brought a sleeping bag, because otherwise I'm going to die, but other than that, I'm set for the night. Alright guys, so it's pretty late. It's starting to get darker outside. But I'm gonna go to bed. I am in my shelter, and I guess I'm gonna go to sleep. It's kind of creepy sleeping out here, but if I was actually stuck out here, I'd do it, so, I mean, good night.